I heard the news today, oh boy. Apparently Sledgehammer are handing out bans again, but for various other things and not just reverse boosting. Trick-shotting is one of the things that has been mentioned to me. I don't know. Very strange, random. I like that intro there. Very random. Sorry about that. How you doing, guys? Yes, yesterday I received a few messages, quite a few, I think about 6 or 7 in total, off different people who were informing me that they'd been banned, and they were showing me screenshots saying, look at this, and it'd been like, you've been banned from Advanced Warfare, God help you, you better go off and birch yourself, give yourself 20 of the best on the back till you bleed. Yeah. What is apparently happening is Sledgehammer are now enforcing this thing where they want people to adhere to certain rules in their game, and if you don't abide by the rules, and you probably don't know about the rules, as I don't and many people won't anyway, is that you will receive a ban. And Trickshotters apparently seem to be one of these factions. Now, a couple of views on that. First one is that Trickshotters? Seriously? I mean, come on. I've had problems with snipers ever since Call of Duty began, since the beginning of time, and people figured out how to do it. Not because it's necessarily overpowered, but because it's more frustrating, and that's just my own personal beef. I don't necessarily hate the quickscopers themselves as people. They might be fantastic people. I just hate the dynamics of it. It's quite frustrating. But at the end of the day, people are allowed to play how they want to play. I mean, take the last upload, for example. I exposed a camper who was quite a frustrating guy. The main reason I exposed him was because he was sending me lewd messages afterwards, calling me a loser. It's like, mess with me, I'll mess with you back. The messer becomes the messy, or words to that effect. But yeah, at the end of the day, he bought the game, he paid his money, he can play it how he wants, as long as it's nothing like boosting, which is, it's not illegal or anything like that, but it is seen as untoward. You know, it's frowned upon, so they don't want people doing it because it spoils the game. Therefore, you get reported and you get banned. But to hand out bans for trick-shotting, how many people get frustrated by trick-shotters? I've got to be honest with you, I've played against very few trick-shotters in my time, and mainly I like playing against them because they are terrible. They try to trick-shot you and they fail on many accounts and leave themselves as an easy target. They're essentially cannon fodder. So I'm happy to play against trick-shotters all day long, not a problem to me. So trick-shotting in Advanced Warfare, I think somebody described it once as being near impossible, but you can get banned for it now. I don't know, how do you feel about that? Because that just tickles me. I've been successfully trick-shotted once, and I was doing a sort of live commentary and I raged because the guy trick-shotted me. That's the only time I've ever been trick-shotted. It's never happened before and it's never happened since. So to hand out bans for people trick-shotting is quite pathetic, because it's like, well, is it so bad? Is it that game breaking? Is it that game changing? No, it isn't. People are using a gun how they want to use it, and they're just probably having fun. They're probably enjoying themselves jumping off buildings and, you know, using the exosuit ability to fly and do 360s in the air. It's probably no longer 360s, it's more like multiplication fail. I don't know, 360 times 4, whatever that is. So, yeah, pretty pathetic really, and it seems to me that them handing out bans like this, and like I say, a lot of the people who were messaging me don't know why they got banned, so obviously there's other reasons why they want people to sort of adhere to their gaming rules and sort of create their own legion of gamers who game how they want to game. It's quite bizarre, because let's be honest, I'm going to sort of reference Fisticuffs here. Whether you like Fisticuffs or whether you don't like him, whether you think he's a whinger, a moaner, or whether you think he's quite a learned character who's just misunderstood, the one thing Fisticuffs always does is he does his maths, he does his homework, and then he does a commentary talking about statistics and analytics throughout the game and throughout the franchise. And the one thing he always points out is how much the sales have dropped. Now, this is absolutely true. I can tell you this for a fact. A lot of you guys, and I've said this before, people who sort of got into Call of Duty in Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Ghosts, a lot of you guys won't remember Modern Warfare 2 back in the day when you used to have 1 million people plus online. 1 million people. I mean, I remember Black Ops 2. I was watching one of my old videos. I think it was a Prestige fail video. And I was looking at the number of people online, and it was like 500,000, I think it was, and that was about a month in. Now that's quite good. You won't get those kind of figures now though, especially the sort of millions, because so many people have just stopped playing the game, they've stopped purchasing it, they've moved away from the franchise altogether and found delight in other things. So, you would like to believe with, Advanced Warfare potentially being the most unpopular Call of Duty that has ever been produced since time began, you would like to believe that the developers would have some kind of, I suppose gumption, that they would take the people who do still love this game, who do still support it, who do still fight the fight, against many people like myself when I speak ill of it essentially, and they say, "Oh, I like it, it's a good game, I will keep playing it, that's great." Why punish those? Why punish those for playing the game how they want to play it to enjoy it? It's like they've gone slightly mad. I would just like to know whose decision that was. What point did they sit round a table and they were sort of throwing ideas back and forth, and somebody said, "Oh, I don't know, sales are dropping. We're really struggling here. What can we do to improve?" Anybody? Any ideas? What about you there? Yeah, what can you throw on the table? Well, here's an idea. If people don't adhere to certain rules that are just very odd and abysmal, then why don't we just ban them? Okay, I'm hearing you. You've got my attention. What are you thinking? Well, let's say for the sake of argument that somebody uses a BAL-27 for more than 10 games, we ban them. But if somebody doesn't use a BAL-27 for more than 10 games, we ban them as well. Yeah, I like the way you move, I like your style. We'll throw that one in the mix. Anything else? Yeah, Trickshotters? Yep, I like that as well. We'll just throw random bans out there and let people know we mean business. Jesus, the pub industry in England has gone a little bit tits up over the course of the last 10 years because, the price of alcohol, the no smoking ban means that people generally drink at home now. So let's say for the sake of argument that somebody buys a pub, still a popular pub, the locals have always drank there, the diehards. It's the spit and sawdust kind and nothing should be changed. If it's not broken then don't fix it. And then they decide to buy the pub and all of a sudden turn it into like a wine bar. The chances are that kind of extreme change is going to make people think, I don't want to drink here, I'm not going there anymore, it's not familiar to me, I don't understand it, it's not a pub establishment, I'm moving away and I'm going to find somewhere else, or I'm going to join the faction of people that drink at home. So the owners of the establishment sit down and say, sales are struggling, this is tricky, what can we do? There's not as many people drinking in here as there used to. What can we do to improve things? Here's an idea, why don't we punish the people that do still drink in here? Okay, I'm listening, you've got my attention, in what way? Well, if they don't drink certain white wines and champagne, we'll ban them. Even though other drinks are readily available, we'll still ban them. Okay, I like the way you move, I like your style. Let's get out there and get to work. Hi, how you doing, George? Who's been drinking here for 25 years and has decided to still drink in the place because it brings back happy memories. What's your tipple? I'd like a nice pint of mild. Get the fuck out and don't bang your head on the door on the way out, you miserable old bastard. Anybody else? What are you drinking? Lager, get out. It doesn't make sense. Look after the people who are still keeping your game alive in some way, shape and form. Christ, the Sledgehammer Gestapo have gone positively mad. Ah, bloody hell. I'm done.